Hey guys, good morning. I feel super sore today. That's what I get for not working out in like 2.5 weeks. Seriously, because my legs are like, I can tell I'm swollen, like I just haven't, maybe I didn't drink enough water or something yesterday, and freaking gained 2.5 pounds, which actually is not bad considering I've been eating like crap since Valentine's Day. But yeah, I feel like just bloated, worse than I did when I was 281.5. I think I was 281.7. So I guess I gained 2.7 pounds because I was 281.7 this morning. So yeah, back on it today. I just kind of let February go. I made the excuse of we had to eat what we had here when it came to their winter storm, and then once we got back into regular everyday life, I just didn't stop. So yeah, I had way too many treats, 2.7 pounds worth of treats. So now I'm gonna jump back in, and some of it may be that my muscles are swollen, but I'm not banking on that. So we're gonna jump right back into it and go back to my regular scheduled weeks. I'm going to ground up some coffee. We bought this at Costco over the weekend. It's the Starbucks French Roast Dark. So I'm gonna ground up, I only have this little mini grinder, so I'm not gonna grind up too much, but enough for some coffee today, and then also a little bit extra for the rest of the week. I'm on my 3rd load of laundry. I have you can't see it. Towels are back there. They need to be folded, and it's not working. There we go. Still not working. There we go. I have a load in the dryer drying and a load in the washer that will need to be switched over. So yeah, that's the plan today, is just get back to a regularly scheduled programming and just go from there. Everyone's doing schoolwork. Autumn's watching Moana. No, Everly's watching Moana. Autumn's upstairs in her room. Emmy's doing schoolwork. Maddie's doing schoolwork. And yeah, we're just gonna go from here back to a normal day. I have clinic, I'm hoping and praying, Friday and Saturday. So I pretty much have a normal week leading up to the Friday and Saturday are gonna be nuts because it's like a 12 and a 10-hour day back to back. So I'm gonna be exhausted after that because I haven't had to do that. I never even did that when I worked. I never scheduled my days back to back, like since I was working night shift years ago. So that's gonna be a little rough on my body, but it'll be fine. It'll be okay. I'm just hoping and praying that I actually get to go and she doesn't have to cancel me again. Oh, bless you. So yeah, I want to try and edit a little bit early because I'm 2 vlogs behind because I skipped a day, and I have 2 grocery hauls to edit. So I want to try and get that done early, and I don't have any schoolwork until later this week. So I'm going to try and get ahead on that so I'm not doing it last minute Friday and Saturday. That's what the plan is today. And break. This thing is super cool. We got it off Amazon. I was talking about it the other day in a vlog. I just use an OXO container to put the coffee grinds in. And actually, normally we use just regular coffee grinds. This is the first time that we've had whole beans before in like a small sample pack, but never in like a large pack like this. So this is what they look like. Kind of like black beans when they're cooked. And you just I put about 1/3 of a cup, fits in there at once, and you just press the button and it pulverizes it. Honestly, you could probably do this in a food processor or in a blender. Like we have a Vitamix I could probably use, but this thing's specifically for coffee. It's by Hamilton Beach, and you just take it off, and then this little part comes out. You dump your coffee grinds, and so far I've been doing this for maybe 5 minutes, and I'm already like 1/4 of the way. So same thing, I just get more beans. Like I said, about 1/3 of a cup fits in there. You dump them in. Don't they look cool? They smell so good. It smells like a Starbucks in here. Put this on, and you do the same thing. You can see it does not take very long to pulverize them at all. I just do it until it sounds clear. And then you take it off and you dump them. And you keep doing that till it's full. And since I know everyone was just dying for an update on my overnight oats, this is what they look like. I don't know, I think maybe I put not enough oats or too much liquid. One or the other, but this is what it turned into. I'm actually going to, yeah, because I don't feel like, I don't know, maybe overnight oats are drinkable. Maybe that's why people put them in a mason jar, but I feel like they're not. So I'm going to put some fruit with it, and I'll give you a first impression. Okay, first impression. I did raspberries.
With oatmeal.
Okay, I don't hate it. Let's try another one. It's actually not bad.
Well, only when my Zoom is done.
Okay. We'll do it when your Zoom is done.
Okay.
It's actually really good. The cookies and cream give it, that protein powder gives it just the slightest like chocolatey hint with the raspberries, and I thought I was going to be like gagged, grossed out with the cold oats, but it's actually really good. I think next time I would make it a tiny bit thicker just because that's how I like my oatmeal in general. I don't like it soupy like this. I prefer it to be a little thicker, but the oats are still kind of hard, and I like that. If you've ever watched me make my regular oatmeal, I put hot water from the water, like the drinking water thing that we have, and I don't even let it heat up. Like I just put water in, I put the hot water, and I don't let the oats cook. I like them a touch hard still. And they actually are still hard. Are you singing Moana? And again, I wasn't sure about the cookies and cream, but it's really good. I'm gonna have to save some for Andres. So I like it. This one's a winner.
Two. Next comes two. 2 orange antlers on Fufu this new. 1, 2, 4.
What's my
Okay, I'm about to fold these towels. I need to pick this up. Everly, I can hear her. She's waking up from her nap. She just started crying. I'm gonna try and get these towels, I'll get some lunch going, I guess, and get the towels folded while they're eating. But I want to switch over my laundry because it just finished. So I'm gonna move these. And I wanted to talk about something. I forgot I had another basket. I'm like trying to empty the towels. I'm like, I have another basket right here. So I wanted to talk about something. I got this question a couple of vlogs ago, and it pretty much just said or asked why I complain about the girls' school. So sometimes it's hard to tell whether people are genuine or if they're just trying to be ugly. I can't tell. Some people took it both ways. And I didn't respond to the question there because I thought it would just be a good question to talk about here. So pretty much we've been distance learning for almost a year, right? Spring break last year, we started distance learning from there. The reason I complain is because, frankly, it sucks. Now, that being said, do I enjoy the time I get to spend with them? Yes. I'm not a teacher, though. So trying to get them to understand something that I don't know how to teach other people, that's not, my educational background is not in teaching somebody math. And because I'm good at math, it's always been really hard for me to understand when math is not understood by another person. Always. I mean, even adults. So I can talk in circles around somebody in numbers and they have no clue what I'm talking about. So teaching somebody how to read and how to pronounce different phonograms and the syllable count and just various things like that. And honestly, even just like 5th grade science. I'm not a teacher. I'm a mom. I'm a nurse. And sometimes I'm not even that great at those things. So like, I complain about it because it's part of my day and it's part of something that I don't necessarily enjoy doing. I mean, you know, maybe that makes me a bad person for saying that, but I never wanted to be a teacher. If I wanted to be a teacher, I would have gone to school to be a teacher. If I wanted to homeschool my kids, I would have homeschooled them. This isn't homeschooling, but you know, if I wanted them to be at home learning, I would have done that from the get-go. I don't. I want them to be in school. I want them to enjoy their teachers and their friends and lunchtime and PE and like get that experience. And that's just how we've always wanted to do things in our family. And so when I complain about it, it's because it sucks. And let me tell you, they don't really care for it either. I mean, they like well, when we had shorter days, and that was another thing, when they changed kind of the curriculum and how they're doing things, it really made their day so much longer. So all that free time that they had before, that they could go outside and play, they could have screen time, they could play with their toys, all those things that they were getting before, no longer. And they wouldn't have had them had they been in school, right? Because we don't even do electronics really when it's school. They come home, they do homework, that's it. They get like a TV show or whatever, bath and bed. So this has been like a huge change up for our family just in general. Totally out of our norm, out of our basic routine. Let me put these, oh, my legs on the island. Switch up the position so I can switch the washer to the dryer. But yeah, this is totally out of our regular things that we're used to. So it took some adjusting to get to in the first place. And then when they readjusted back to Zooms all day, like it's 12:15 and they're still on Zooms. And when they get off Zooms, we have to actually do work for the day. So we're sitting here till 3:30. Sometimes Emmy's doing her work until 4:30. And it's like she was in school, but she gets no social interaction, no face-to-face teacher. I mean, I guess through the Zoom, but it's not the same. And she still has a full day. And so they don't love it. They don't. They want to go back to school. I want them to go back to school. I want them to be in that environment. I also want the chance to miss them, to go about my day and get to say, oh my gosh, I missed you. How was your day at school? No, instead it's me. And I feel like sometimes when we get frustrated with each other, whether it's them not enjoying the way that I'm teaching them or whatever, or trying to help them with their work, or it's me because they don't understand the way that I'm trying to help them, I feel like it hurts the relationship a little bit, you know? Whereas normally you just work on homework with your kid and you get to enjoy them, and it's just different. So when I complain about it, it's because of all those reasons jumbled up into one. Does it make me feel bad? Of course, I hate complaining about things when it comes to my kids, but if I'm being 100% honest, are you really a parent if you don't complain about some of the things that your kids do? I just, you know, I don't know. It's like you as a kid can look back and say, man, my mom was super strict, or man, my mom never let me do this, or man, my mom didn't give me this, or I'm saying my mom because that's all I really had was my mom. My mom was great, but she never helped us with school stuff because she just didn't have the time. She didn't have that capability to help us. We just figured it out on our own. And so I'm grateful to be able to be here for them, but at the same time, it's really taxing on my entire day and on their day too. So, and on the teachers, like, let's not forget about the teachers who are having to do multiple jobs for the same pay. Like, it just all around sucks. But the fact of the matter is we're in this pandemic. We're trying to get over it. I hope one day we can completely go back to normal and this will be a distant, awful memory. But in the meantime, you guys are my outlets. You are the pretty much only people I talk to all day. And that's why I complain about it. So thank you to whoever left that comment, whether you were genuine or not. I thought I would just talk about it here. Mila, a different hair tie. Where are you getting these hair ties from? Hi, good morning. What? What's over there? What do you want? Look at your hair. You ready to get up? Have some lunch? Huh? Okay, so far I've only got one load of laundry folded, which was the towels, but you know, it's totally fine. We got one over there, not a big deal. Anybody's home. So when I was cooking lunch, I had some ground chicken in the fridge that needed to be cooked up, and I just went ahead and browned it up, and I'm using these meal prep containers. These are from Amazon. I bought these for the girls actually when the pandemic first hit, because I saw this thing, I don't even know where, Instagram somewhere, where they were making their kids like Lunchables and stuff, leftover lunches, sandwiches, like how they would do when your kids go to school, and put them in here and stick them in the fridge. So like if you're busy or whatever, you could just say, oh, go grab a lunch from the fridge. And I never did it. We've just been using them for like meal prep containers or whatever for everything, not necessarily for them. So I'll link them below. I actually really like them. They're sturdy, they're nice quality, and I like the fact that they're separated. So in here, I don't know what size each of the little portions are, but I would guess probably like a cup, and 2 cups maybe. I don't know, but I have about a cup of broccoli and about 5 ounces, 4.5 to 5 ounces of ground turkey, and I just put taco seasoning. So I will layer it with like lettuce, cheese, you could do queso or salsa or whatever. You could even do it with like chips if you wanted to, but I plan on doing it pretty lean because I'm going to do potatoes here on this side. I made a big pot of potatoes for dinner tonight. We're having the Mississippi pot roast left over, and it goes really well with potatoes. So I got 5 of these, and I needed to cook up that chicken anyway, and this is what we'll have for lunches throughout the week. So ground chicken, broccoli, potatoes. So I probably won't do it with like salsa. I may do some Italian dressing or something in it. It's gonna be really good, and I have my protein, my veggie, and a little bit of starch. I probably won't do a whole cup of potatoes on this side, maybe half a cup of mashed potatoes. I'm gonna see how much I can get, and I've already served everyone dinner. Also, the girls are using their new cups for dinner, and they're really excited about those. The little things, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the little things.
Workout.
I don't know about bust out a workout, but I'm not used to this thing. Gonna give Daddy a heart attack, Mama. Yes. He's not used to this.
Nope.
Keep going. Show him you can go the whole way. She can do it, baby. She does it all the time.
Why not?
She went all around by herself.
Woohoo! Emily!
Okay, now let's try to go downstairs. Here. Let's go downstairs. You wanna go downstairs? Let's try to go downstairs. No, look. I'm not gonna pick you up. Look.
Come on.
Hold hands. I don't move, please.
Good job, Everly.
Let me get you a side, Mama. Hold on, let me get you
Walking
a
down with Daddy. Another way. Down.
Oh yeah, this you can.
Come on.
What? Are falling off?
No, making me accidentally knocking over my headphones.
Biggest. Mommy.
Maddie.
There?
Yes.
So I'm waiting for the vlog to upload. I told you guys our internet's been a little wonky lately, and it takes a little longer for the vlogs to upload. So I try really hard to get them done early. While I was editing, I kind of skimmed through today's footage. Oh, you can't see it. Let me see if you can see it. I raised my arm. Look. Can you see it? I raised my arm when I was talking about the coffee. I think it was the coffee scene earlier. And I'm like, the heck, there's a big old hole in my shirt. So I guess this one's done. This is my mama shirt that I wore to Disney that we got. Did yours say Dad? Mom. I got my mom one and all the girls. And I think all of them have outgrown their original shirt, and they've passed down I actually think the big girls none of them fit them anymore. And Autumn has a couple of them that now say like big sister or middle sister, because she's everything. She's a big sister, a middle sister, and a little sister, which is kind of cool. She's not, oh my God, I'm choking. Don't ask me what happened there. I have no idea. She's not the baby sister, but she is all the rest of them. And so anyway, she has all the shirts that still fit her, and I've just been kind of rocking this one, but it has a big old hole, literally like the hole's like this big in my armpit. So I guess it's done, which is so sad. It's like a saying goodbye to an era of our Disney times. We want to go back so bad. Anyway, still obsessed with watching people stuff their sinking envelopes. I'm currently watching Living on a Budget, and she's stuffing her tax return. What? This is like so interesting to me. There's so many people that film these kinds of videos, stuffing their envelopes, stuffing their sinking funds, breaking down their budget. She's like the third person I've watched stuff their tax return. I'm like, dang, people already have their refunds. We are like not even in sight. I hate doing our tax return, but she's like thriving over here with her debt snowball. It's just super cool to watch. I don't know why. I find it so fascinating. And so many, I guess this is like a whole community. Remember when I used to be part of that planner community and everyone kind of did stuff the same way? I guess like stuffing their envelopes, everyone kind of does it the same way. They all seem to have very similar like cash envelope systems, and I'm so enthralled. I told Heather right now, I was like, okay, I know we're not like cash spenders. I'm all about, in fact, the vlog, I was talking about like our Costco rewards freaking paid for our whole visit over the weekend. So clearly it's worth it to do, but like something about the cash stuff is just super intriguing to me. And even though I'm not a cash spender, I kind of want to be a cash spender. I don't know. And I don't even stuff that many envelopes, but now I'm like, okay, I think I need a gifts envelope. I think I need a car maintenance envelope. Like all these things that I don't have right now. Like I created several sinking funds because prior to this, I just had a whole bunch of savings accounts with Christmas, birthdays, and back to school. That was it. Now we have New Year's. I didn't do Valentine's Day or Easter, I don't think. No. And then we have 4th of Father's Day, Mother's Day, or Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, birthdays, like our birthdays. Well, we already had Christmas. I feel like I'm missing the sinking fund. Anyway, I'd have to look. But Halloween, that was another one. All those things we would just like use whatever for. And now I'm like really, really thinking, okay, like I need even like a giving, what did she call it? I think it was a giving envelope, just to have cash for people that you see like at stoplights and stuff, homeless people, just to have extra dollars on you. Like that's so smart to have a whole envelope for that dedicated. Now I do have to say, like I usually budget for once a month, but she budgets weekly, and well, some of them budget weekly, most of them budget bi-weekly. I just don't have time for all that. I just would rather get it done in one swoop. And I think that's when you do get paid monthly, when you get a large sum of money like that, that you can pay for everything with one check, it is easier to budget like that than when you do get paid weekly, because most of the time, unless you just make a lot of income, your one weekly check doesn't cover all your bills. You have to save. Like the girl that I just watched, she gets paid weekly, and she, for her rent, she had to pay like, or put aside $300 this week, $300 next week, and so on. We don't do that. I mean, we have enough in one check to pay for everything. And so I kind of want to do it like this. Like, what if I just switched everything up and paid weekly? Like she stuffs her envelopes weekly. So little amounts, instead of saying, okay, I have a $700 budget for food for the entire month, she breaks up hers per week. And she only gives herself, I think it was $100. She's a family of 4 though. But then I was watching Christine, Frugal Fit Mom, and she was talking about what she pays. She has nothing to do with like stuffing envelopes and stuff. I just like watching her cooking grocery hauls and whatnot. But she was talking about how much she spends a week for a family of 6, and they're super frugal. She's like, oh yeah, my grocery budget's like $100 a week, $400 a month for a family of 6. And she has like teenage kids and boys. And I'm like, wow, I barely can get by. Like if we're doing 600, we're doing good. Like that's a good month for us. I don't know, I don't think it's that cheap compared to where we live and she lives. But anyway, let me know if you guys do this cash stuffing, because like I'm all up on Etsy looking at all these little shops with all these super cute envelopes that I don't feel like making myself, even though I probably could. I probably could just bust out my vinyl and my silhouettes, but I don't want to. I'd rather support somebody else and get myself some. And I mean, I use the Budget Mom system and I've bought a lot of her stuff and I like it, but these are just so cute. There's like stickers and stuff on it and I don't know. So I've been like contemplating switching up everything. Andres is like, do whatever you want. He has no, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He's like, just let me know what I need to do when. And he's just so cool about the whole thing. It's like, we can be a cash family if you want. We don't have to be a cash family if you don't want. But the idea of like genuinely having cash, I can see how it'd be harder to spend, but we're really good about sticking in the budget on a card. But it does make things easier when you know you have that excess limit and stuff and you're just like, we can buy it if we want, you know. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna return to my stuffing tax return video here.